My name is Bianca Butler. I'm 24 and I'm currently a student at Temple University in Philadelphia, PA, and I major in communication studies.
Okay. So, Bianca, what were your early college years like pre pandemic?
So before COVID, my early college years were the bomb. I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of people. I was outside, and it's not the same anymore, Like you get to see things, it's a change of scenery. You get the full experience of everything, whether you're in your classes or if you're in the student center. I i just had a lot of fun. It was great for me, and I'm pretty sure it was great for a lot of other people. But I don't want to say I was out here wilding. I could have, stayed up a few more hours to do assignments, but I was outside, I was having fun. And now COVID, you can't really do that. You have no choice to be inside.
That's true. So, bringing up COVID, how are you holding up during this pandemic? Like, it's been a year. It's about to be a year and a half, maybe a little more. But how have you been holding up during it all?
I'm over it. I'm trying to work through it, but I'm really over it. I've been sleeping a lot, like other people. I've had my little depressed points and everything, just watching TV. So I don't want to say, I try to be positive. I don't want to say I wasn't holding up well, but you know, it gets to you after a while because you just can't be in one place. You want to go outside, and just to think that you have to stay inside, because before I was a homebody anyway. So I didn't mind being inside. But it's the fact that, dang, I really can't go outside even if I wanted to. Like somebody is telling me no, where before it was my choice. So it's like now I'm really sad because I got to sit and stare at these four walls. I tried to go outside, sit up on my deck and everything, maybe take a walk just to get some fresh air. And then there would be days where it's like I don't even want to go outside. I don't want to see the sun. And you think summer hit, it started getting warmer when the pandemic first hit, and I was really just like indoors. I didn't want to see anybody. I just wanted to stay in my room with the lights turned off. But
So, do you think that during the pandemic, because you kind of isolated yourself, it made you so let's say that everything does open up, do you think that will affect you being inside and isolated for so long?
oh yeah, if everything opens up, I'm outside. That's a given. And I think it's just because now I know I can do whatever I want. I'm free. Of course, I'm gonna still make my own choices and be like, I want to stay inside today because I was kind of outside too much. I was wilding. Let me just relax, be a homebody, detox, do whatever I got to do. But I'm definitely going to be outside more because the pandemic taught me that tomorrow's never promised. You got to live your life to the fullest. And I don't want to get this mistaken with, I'm just out here all willy nilly. Like, yeah, be cautious because it's a real thing. COVID is a real thing. People are dying and whatnot. But it's you. The way I think of it is when I was inside, I don't want to, God forbid I go tomorrow, I don't want my last thought to be like, I was just inside in my bed under the covers with the lights turned off all day with Netflix on the TV just playing, you know? Like I wanted to be like, yeah, I was at the park. I don't know, I was at the restaurant. I was having fun with my friends. So I definitely think now once outside opens, I'm gonna be outside with outside.
Not outside with
So,
outside. So, at the beginning of the pandemic, most people, including schools and colleges, they made the decision to switch from courses on campus, going to school like we've been doing for however many years. But they made the adjustment to switch it. They made the decision to switch to just virtual, online, all the way. How much of an adjustment was it for you going to school every day, going to class, being on campus at Temple University, to then switch completely, do a 360, and be fully virtual at home?
So, how much of an adjustment it was? It wasn't that bad of an adjustment. I think the longer it went on, then I kind of got tired of it. Because me personally, I was already commuting. I didn't really like to be on campus that much. I'm a little bit older, so all the campus activities I wasn't really interested in anymore. I just wanted to kind of get my degree, get out. But I had a few online classes, but it's still different because it's hybrid. Maybe 2 days I have an online, 2 days I have an in class. So now for all my classes to be online, it was just like a stressor. And I'm constantly looking on like Canva, like, okay, did I miss this assignment? What else do I have next? Because I'm used to people, the professors, when I'm in class being like, don't forget, remember this. And even though we're on Zoom, they're not really saying all that. They're like the syllabus, the syllabus, the syllabus. That's all they care about. But I mean, it was definitely an adjustment, and some classes just can't be taught online. So I think that really made it like, ugh, you know, it just worsened it a lot.
So, which brings me to my next question. How did it differ from regular online class? Because you just said you did take some on classes. Were there any like major differences between your regular online class to like all of it being online?
Yeah, because these professors, they gave a whole lot more work. And, normally people take online classes because it's quick and easy. You have your assignment done on Sundays at this time. That is it. Do the reading, submit it Sunday. That's it. These professors had things due Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Don't forget the paper that's due Sunday. So I'm thinking, if it's online, it should, especially during a pandemic, it should be a lot less work, maybe, just to be a little bit considerate. And it wasn't. I felt like we still had in person classes, but I don't think people were understanding that it still translates different through Zoom and like online. So, and even my online classes that were strictly always just like online, no Zoom or anything, they even added more work, and I didn't understand that.
Did Now that you are closer to the finish line per se, because you're going to graduate, do you think that COVID changed how you see your career, the career you chose? Do you see it being different um, in general?
I think COVID did change my career, but for the better, because especially since I'm in communications, you know, businesses are looking for people that are in doing graphic design, social media marketing, PR, things like that. Like now it's COVID has transferred a lot of businesses to like the little digital age and like technological age. Like you have to learn how to work on social media platforms and everything like that and improve your website to really get your engagement and like interactions. So I think my field is booming. The problem is, it's reminding me of, I'm pretty sure it was 2008 with the recession. It's still, I feel like it's a lot harder to get a job now. So even though they're looking for more people in like the PR field, communications, marketing, advertising, things like that, it's only, to me, I think it's only a select few because you can only hire so much in a pandemic. You know what I mean? Um, for other industries, I don't know. It's listening to other people, I think it's the same thing. Like they're going through the same thing. It's kind of hard to find a job, but I mean, hopefully things get better or we learn how to work through it and still. So, yeah, and just still, I don't know, succeed. I hope there's more job opportunities for everyone. But my field is booming.
So, speaking of your field booming and time, how do you manage your time since having to do classes remotely? Because I figured since you're at home, you kind of have to separate the two,
Mm-hmm.
between your mind shutting off between this is work time and then this
Mm-hmm.
is, relaxing time.
Right.
How did you manage that?
I honestly don't think I properly managed my time. Like, it's just, I thought I was a procrastinator before, and it just got even worse with this pandemic. Like staying home, I don't know how people are working from home because me personally, I it's just not working out. If I'm sitting in my room doing my little work and my bed is right there, I'm like, you know what? Let me just get 15 minutes and just take a nap. Let me put a nap in. But it's you really have to just be consistent and discipline yourself and just do it. I don't think I really manage my time properly. I just do things when it's like at the very last minute. I'm like, all right, let me get this in, and then I'll complain about it. And then once I submit it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take a nap, or it stresses me out. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go shop. I'm gonna do something fun, which is not managing my time because I'm over here shopping when I know I should be at home writing a paper. But
So you didn't manage your
no,
time well.
I didn't manage my time.
Do you think it was because so you said you thought it was you thought you were a procrastinator before, but it just got worse. Do
Mm-hmm.
you think it was because you were isolated so much, you were by yourself, or do you just think it was just overwhelming to just be at home all the time and you had a hard time separating the two?
I think it's a mixture of everything. Um, I do like I am a type of person where I like to go out and I like to do things. So it was like being at home wasn't ideal for me. It just like I don't want to sit here, or especially if say if I'm at work for 8 hours, or I have a 3 hour class. It's like I've been sitting in my room or in this one spot for 3 hours. Like I'm not moving or anything. Um, yeah, I think it was a mixture of just like the pandemic. Like I'm sitting here thinking like I can't go outside, things are not normal, and then I have all these assignments, I have all this work, so I kind of shut down and I do things that make me happy, which is not really what I'm supposed to be doing.
So you learned one thing, you learned you don't manage your time
Yeah.
well. But are there any other lessons you feel you learned during the pandemic, whether it be for college or just life in general? Did you learn anything?
I learned that YouTube is a great professor. You can do anything you want to do as long as you watch a tutorial on YouTube. I YouTube became my best friend. And even though this has nothing related to like college, but I did learn how to do my own hair while everything was shut down because I had to make do. And in that process, I found a lot of to dos and what is it, DIYs on YouTube. So in the pandemic, I learned from my own personal life like, wow, I don't have to be spending all this money. I can save all my money and just do it myself. That's what the pandemic taught me.
Saving money?
Yep, saving money.
Oh man. So you learned to save money. What else do you do? You learn how to take care of your hair, you learn how to do that. What other things do you do for self care during this time?
I listen to music and I watch movies. Those are the two things that bring me so much joy. Oh, and I eat. That is definitely self care, and you can always pour yourself a glass of wine. I love to drink some wine. Keep a little glass by my little bedside, little tumbler. Um, yeah, and I just relax. I like to lay down and just relax. Put on my movie, maybe light a little candle, set the mood.
Set the
That,
mood.
that is self care.
What is something that you miss besides being outside? One thing you miss.
Um, One thing I miss. I don't know if I miss anything because not that people don't listen, but I kind of like the little 6 feet rule. I want them to keep that because personal space. I like my personal space. So I don't miss people standing too close to my purple circle.
Purple circle? What do you mean?
You know, your purple circle, if you put your arms out, you know, your wingspan, and so you can touch somebody, they're in your purple circle. That means they're standing too close to me. So I love the 6 feet because I'm only 5'4". So 6 feet is perfect for me. You're not in my purple circle. I love that.
That's very interesting, purple circle. I'm gonna need you to I'm gonna keep that purple circle.
Yes, purple circle.
So your graduation is coming up.
Yes.
You are officially gonna be graduated from Temple University.
Yes, thank God.
Can you tell me how you feel about graduating and also graduating during a pandemic?
Oh, I am excited. I'm ecstatic. I'm happy I finally made it to the end because Lord knows the amount of times I was going to drop out and choose other paths. In a pandemic, I don't want to say I'm phased too much. I would like for my like friends and family to be there at the graduation, but at the same time, it's I don't know. It's gonna happen in for like what an hour or two, like they call names. So it's I mean, at the end of the day, we can always do something else to celebrate personally. Like, but for other students, I know it means a lot to them. So it would be nice if everyone, it would be normal and everyone's families and friends and loved ones could come out and support them. But me personally, I'll live. But I'm extremely excited to finally be done. Sally Mae, I don't have your money. And I just hope no one calls me about any loans afterwards.
So, do you think it's a different experience uh, having to graduate during a pandemic? Are there different protocols you have to take? Do you even want to go to your
Yeah.
graduation?
There it is different than like graduating in a pandemic than before the pandemic. You know, you can't like right now for Temple guests aren't allowed. So it's literally just the graduates. We just found out about a month ago. So it's just us. So I'll be up there and then they'll stream it virtually so I can send the link to my friends and loved ones. So that's really the only difference. I was hoping, you can at least bring two people or I'll be able to bring two people with me. But um I I wasn't gonna walk at first. I really wasn't, but I figured, hey, I read the little description and it said that I get a little free keepsake picture. I love a free thing, so I figured I might as well walk. But at first, I wasn't gonna walk because it's like no one's there. I'm not surrounded by my loved ones, my people. I don't know these people I'm graduating with. I'm gonna be sitting next to a stranger, so it's different. I won't be greeted with flowers and excitement at the end. So I don't know. I didn't really care to walk. I just wanted to have my own personal celebration. But, if they're offering a keepsake, I'll show up, I guess.
What keepsake do you think you're getting?
Oh, they said they're going to take my little picture at the end, I hold the diploma and I smile. Cheese. And then I guess they send it to me. I don't know. But I'm going to look cute that day, so I would love it.
Do you think that all of this you would hold off on? So, would you, let's say you knew the pandemic was coming, you could tell the future. Would you still continue to go to school during all of it, or would you hold off and wait to finish?
I would like to say that I would hold off, but knowing me, I'd probably take extra classes and speed it up. Like, if this is going to happen, let me get my little degree now and find me a nice job. So that way, when I go remote, I'm at a job I like with my little degree and we chilling. Um, Yeah, I definitely would have sped up the process, probably took more classes just so I could be done. And then pandemic hits, boom. Or maybe even if I don't have a job, I just graduate and now I could sit at home for 2, 3, 4, 5 months and do nothing because I deserve. I just sat up and took how many years of classes and paid this much amount of money. I'm going to just lay around. The pandemic probably would have been beneficial for me, honestly, if I had just graduated because now I could relax.
Relax. Do you plan on graduating and then from graduation taking a little break, or do you plan on just going straight into whether you want to get your master's or trying to find a career in your field?
I am definitely going to take a break. I did apply to some places and then I stopped because I said, you know what? Let me just relax. I deserve, let me treat myself. And, I have faith that when the time comes and I'm ready to apply again and look for a job, I'll get one. I'll be presented with an offer. As far as my master's, I'm definitely taking a break. I want to take at least maybe a year and a half, but no more than that. But I'm definitely taking a break. Hopefully, I could find a job that's going to pay for my master's. And maybe if that happens in a certain amount of time, I won't wait as long to get my master's. Because really, I mean, along with like, the stresses of college and going to school and everything, also has financial stressors. So, and that's really the main one. So if someone's willing to pay for it, I would do it. I would go because why not? It's free. We love free things.
All right. Thank you, Bianca. This
Thank
was very
you.
helpful.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
And congratulations.
Thanks. I'll send you my keepsake.